This is Monica. Say hi, Monica. Monica, do you know what reading rights is? No, Monica, it is not a new library. Monica, no, it's not a reading test. No, it's not the name of a movie. Introducing the first ever annual Reading Rights Missionary Trip. My name is Anna Corkill, and for those who don't know me, I'm a grade 12 student at St. Marcelina Secondary School, and I created Reading Rights. Ever since I was really young, I've had this huge passion for reading, so I thought, why not use this passion for something more than my own enjoyment? Why not use it for something bigger? We were built to fall apart and fall back together. So, Monica, I bet you're still wondering what reading rights is all about. No, Monica. So my sole purpose for this mission trip is to teach children in countries with extremely low literacy rates how to read, or at least assist people that can teach them how to read. The plan is to travel with 10 to 15 people to 3 different countries in Africa over the course of July 2016. We will be traveling to Niger, South Sudan, and Burkina Faso. These 3 countries weren't chosen at random. They're actually within the top 5 countries with the lowest literacy rates in the entire world. In all 3 of these countries, their literacy rates are below 30%, which means that 70% of the country cannot read. To give you some perspective, my high school is about 2,000 students. If we were a high school in these countries in Africa, about 1,400 of us wouldn't be able to read. Monica, if you have a question, you're gonna have to speak up because nobody can hear you. So you're probably wondering, how is an 18-year-old student going to plan a mission trip like this? Well, I'm happy to announce that I will be partnering up with Wells of Hope, which is actually the organization that plans my school's missionary trip to Guatemala as well. They will be helping me organize everything from flights to buses to exact destinations when we get there, so I think we're all settled for that. I am also very pleased to announce that the Courtney Park Library has agreed to donate 25 books to this missionary trip. Although 25 books is a lot of books, we will be encouraging participants to bring as much as they can, as these children really don't have the resources to learn to read. So, Monica, what do you think? Are you at all interested in reading rights? In terms of challenges and barriers, cost will definitely be a huge one. Traveling to Africa for a month is definitely not the same thing as driving down to Florida for a week. The price of airfare and then the price of all of our travels combined will end up being a few $1,000s at the least. The heat will also likely be a huge barrier. Africa in July is definitely not cold. We will probably be touching temperatures between 30 and 40 degrees every day. And because we are going to be going to 3 different countries, traveling is definitely going to be a challenge. We are all going to be extremely exhausted on those days that we have to travel. But I know that we can get through this. I'm eager to get through it. I hope you are too. I mean, the pros definitely outweigh the cons here though. We are giving these children an opportunity that they would never have otherwise. We are providing them with resources that they would never have a chance to obtain. We are essentially changing these kids' lives, and I don't think you can put a price on that. Wow, Monica, it seems that this video has made you really eager to read, eh? Never mind, spoke too soon. I don't think anybody has ever woken up and said, wow, I am so lucky that I know how to read, or I appreciate my knowledge in literature so much. It's just something that we expect. It's something that we all know how to do. There's nobody that can take it away from us. Well, think about these children in Africa. They don't have that opportunity. They would love to read. These are the people that would wake up and sing those things. I promise you that when you come back from this mission trip, you will have gained an entire new perspective on life. You will learn to appreciate the little things such as knowing how to read, or having a bed, or more than 2 pairs of underwear. It's ridiculous how little these kids have, and that's why I really want to give them something.
Hopelessly, I feel like there might be something that I miss. Hopelessly, I feel like the window closes so quick. Hopelessly, I'm taking a mental picture of you now. 'Cause hopelessly,
In terms of relating this to church teachings, I found 2 sections in the Catechism of the Roman Catholic Church. The first one says, "The common good requires the social well-being and development of the group itself. Development is the epitome of all social duties. Certainly, it is the proper function of authority to arbitrate, in the name of the common good, between various particular interests. But it should be made accessible to each what is needed to lead a truly human life. Food, clothing, health, work, education and culture, suitable information, the right to establish a family, and so on." And the second one says, "Human interdependence is increasing and gradually spreading throughout the world. The unity of the human family, embracing people who enjoy equal natural dignity, implies a universal common good. This good calls for an organization of the community of nations able to provide for the different needs of men. This will involve the sphere of social life to which belongs questions of food, hygiene, education, and certain situations arising here and there, as for example, alleviating the miseries of refugees dispersed throughout the world and assisting migrants and their families." So essentially what these are saying is that we all need to provide necessities for each other, and we all need to make sure that these necessities are accessible. And what's happening in certain countries is that a lot of these necessities are not becoming accessible, and we are not providing them with them. Specifically, I want to focus on education as a necessity. Reading is a key component of education, so if someone is being deprived of learning to read, I would say that education is not accessible to them, which would be in clear violation of what the Catechism states. That's a red flag and a clear sign that there needs to be a change, and that's what Reading Rights is trying to do. Proverbs 16:16 also says, "How much better to get wisdom than gold? To get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver." Many may argue that reading is wisdom, and the Bible stresses the importance of wisdom by comparing it to gold. I hope that this video has been incredibly informative and has persuaded you to want to participate in this excursion. Wow, Monica, it looks like you're ready to leave for Africa right now. If you are interested in being a part of this missionary trip, you can find all the information that you need in this next video. Reading is often overlooked as an expectation rather than a privilege. However, did you know that there are 927 million people in the world that can't even read? That number is far too big. It's time to make a change. It's time for Reading Rights. Reading Rights is a non-profit missionary trip to Africa in order to teach children to read. During the month of July, participants will travel to 3 countries in Africa that have some of the lowest literacy rates in the world. If you love to read and you love to help people, this excursion may be for you. If you would like to sign up for or find out more information on reading rights, go to www.readingrights.org or call 1-800-READING. That's 1-800-READING.